What is up, TCG Army? CMoneyTCG here. Welcome back to another video. I just got done, like literally, I just walked in the door like 20 minutes ago from Collecticon, and it was seriously just an amazing weekend. I can't thank my dude Jared over at Kanto Shark enough for having me at his booth all weekend. It was a blast. I got to meet so many of you, like from Instagram, from the YouTube channel. I got to meet so many incredible people while I was there. So if you did come up and say hi and stuff, we got to meet this weekend. It was great to see all of you and see, just put faces to names and stuff like that from Instagram and all that. Such an amazing community event. So many deals going down. But as I was kind of putting my stuff up as I got back here, I brought all my slabs with me. I was like, you know what? People, the most requested video I get is, Colin, can you just show us your entire collection? Show us every PSA, Beckett, every slab in your collection. I'm a slab collector. I barely collect any sealed. You may see a little bit behind me. I don't collect sealed very much at all. I'm a slab guy. So as I was putting all my stuff up, I was like, you know what? I already have all of this out. Let's go ahead and just do it. Quick disclaimer on this. This could literally change like daily. Like at Collecticon, I just sold like 10 to 15, 20 slabs just this weekend. I'm always getting stuff in, trading stuff out. And I quite literally have hundreds and hundreds of cards at PSA right now. So this could literally all change next week. So we might do these periodically, give like an update type thing. But this is what it is right now, here at the end of June or early July, whatever date it is right now. This is my current collection as it stands today. But like I said, could all change tomorrow. That's how this hobby works around here. But the way I have this organized, we'll jump into it. I have basically all slabs that are not Charizard or Mewtwo, and then I have all the Mewtwo's and all the Charizards. Those that know me know I collect Mewtwo and Charizard. Those are my big things. And a little bit of Umbreon. Umbreon's my third favorite Pokemon, so I love Umbreon a ton. However, the Umbreon slabs are mostly at PSA right now. I just sold my Skyridge Umbreon at Collecticon because I want to upgrade it. I have like an Aquapolis and Neo and stuff like that coming back soon from PSA. So not a whole lot of Umbreon, but there will be more. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. This first card actually isn't mine, but I thought it'd be cool to show off. I middleman this at Collecticon for a buddy, Jared Colbert. He picked this up from at Collecticon. It came by our booth, and I messaged him. He's a big Snorlax guy. This is like a pop nothing. Like, this is incredibly low pop. Just absolutely cool Snorlax card. He's a giant Snorlax guy. There was literally one sold on eBay, and it was this one. So these don't come around very often at all. So he got a really cool deal on this. A very, very rare Snorlax that he will probably never see again. This thing's pretty crazy. It is one of the card-ass vending series. So very, very cool Snorlax. We're going to do a ton of commentary on a lot of these, but there's a lot of cards to get through. This is the only Umbreon I have today. PSA 10 Hidden Fates. This is the last evolution I have for my Hidden Fates set. There's a lot more coming in soon that I'll probably sell and just keep the Umbreons. Like I said, a lot more Umbreons coming. Neo, Skyridge, Aquapolis, all that. This is the only non-Pokemon card in here. This is a Luka Doncic Stained Glass Mosaic. My favorite Luka card. Absolutely incredible Stained Glass Mosaic. This is the last one I have left. And I'm probably hanging on to this for long term because I think this is a really amazing card that's going to hold its value for a long, long time. Next up, we have a random Blaine's Arcanine. I actually have another one of these at PSA right now that I think really might get a 10, which would be super sweet. I got this like out of an old binder collection or something and sent it in. This one's actually still for sale, so pretty cheap slab actually, but still pretty cool. A lot of Arcanine guys. And the last non-Mewtwo, we're already out of anything that's not a Mewtwo or Charizard, is this Celebi PSA 9 from Neo Revelation. I'm actually selling this one too. It is one of the few that made it through Collecticon. Very cool card from Neo. So literally, I told you I collect Mewtwo and Charizard from here on out. I hope you like Mewtwo and I hope you like Charizard, because here we go. Let's start with the Mewtwo's. We'll get to the Charizards after that. This first one is the only CGC card you'll see in here. I don't really do CGC, but my friend Christian actually had this Pokemania 92, I believe, on Instagram. He had this for a steal. It didn't have subgrades when he paid for subgrades, so they kind of refunded stuff. So he gave this to me for literally next to nothing, so I grabbed it. That's the only CGC card you'll see today. This is a Rocket Mewtwo First Edition PSA 9. Very cool Rockets Mewtwo art from Gym Challenge. Check that bad swirl out right there. First Edition PSA 9. Awesome card here. And here we have the Rockets Mewtwo winners. So basically the same card, but the winner stamp. This was given out to quite literally winners in card games back in the tournaments back in the day. Very cool swirl on the actual card. So there you go, the Rockets Mewtwo winner stamp. All right, next up we have one of my favorite Mewtwo's, actually. We should have saved this one towards the end. This is the Legendary Collection Mewtwo PSA 9. If you watched my most recent PSA return, this was one of the gems that came out of it. I'm very excited to have this. I'm very excited that it came back great at 9. I won this for $40, like, before the spike, like last March 2020, I think. Finally got it graded. It came back a year later after grading. Came back at 9. Very, very pleased with that. Love that card a ton. All right, this is a PSA 10. Gold Tag Team All-Stars Mewtwo Mew, exclusive to Japan. English never got these gold variants from Tag Team All-Stars. And to go with it, we have the PSA 10 Rainbow version that we got in English and Unified Mind. So, 2 incredible Mewtwo and Mew cards right there, both in Gem Mint for the collection. Very cool. Next up is actually one of the rarest Mewtwo's in the collection. It's a modern Mewtwo, but it's one of the rarest. This is the Battle Festa Mewtwo for the 20th anniversary. English got this card, but didn't have the 20th anniversary, and it did not have the holo over the entire card like this. You don't see full arts with this type of holo pattern over it, except in this. So this is very cool. This is for the 20th anniversary. The English doesn't have the 20th anniversary stamp, and just very, very rare card. Very hard to find. I got this in Gem Mint 10. This is like $1,500, I think. But one of my favorites, and it's a modern card, so that's pretty sweet. Very cool Mewtwo there. Very rare Mewtwo. Next up, we have a couple pairs here. This is the Shining Legends Secret Rare Mewtwo, the Mewtube, if you will. This is just a Gem Mint 10 Shining Legends Mewtube, and this is actually a 9, but it's autographed by Arita and has the Mewtwo sketch. So this is obviously Arita's signature, and then he sketched the Mewtwo head from the art right there. So it's a Mint 9, auto got a 10 grade. So I have 2 of these. Like I said, I have the Gem Mint 10 and then the 9 autographed by Arita and sketch. So very special card here. I mean, I love the 10, obviously. It's a 10. I love this art, but the one that's actually signed and sketched by Arita is super special to me. I love that thing a ton. All right, so this is actually, well, let's jump straight to it. This is my favorite Mewtwo. This is my favorite Mewtwo of all time, my favorite art. This is the Rockets Mewtwo EX from Team Rocket Returns. I do love this card very much. This is a 9. I got this for an absolute steal. I was the only single bidder in an eBay auction that ended like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday or something like that. I was the only bidder, and I won this for an absolute steal like a year ago. And it is literally more than doubled in price since I bought it a year ago. So very, very cool Rockets Mewtwo. This is my absolute favorite art. I would in Mewtwo. I would love to have this signed and sketched by Arita. There's another amazing Arita art. But very cool card. My favorite Mewtwo. One of my absolute favorites in my collection. All right. We're going to go to Mew. This is the Gold Star Mew in a Beckett 9. A very strong 9. We got 2 10 subgrades, centering 10, and the surface is actually a 10, which in my opinion is the most important subgrade on a Beckett slab, is the surface. The surface got 10, centering got a 10, so those are the 2 best for like displaying, which is obviously, I love this card. Corners got an 8.5, edges got a 9, so very, very cool card. Love this thing a lot. Not leaving anytime soon. Speaking of gold stars, we've got the Gem Mint 10 Japanese Mewtwo Gold Star and the PSA 9 English Gold Star. So I have 2 Gold Star Mewtwo's, both Japanese and English, in PSA 10 and 9. Very cool. I love Mewtwo. I love Gold Stars, so that's a great. Gold Stars and Crystals are my 2 favorite cards, type of cards. All right, only 2 Mewtwo's left. I say only, but look at this. This is all Mewtwo's in this stack. That's kind of crazy. 2 Mewtwo's left, and they are probably the 2 biggest Mewtwo's I have. Maybe the Gold Star 9. But this is a Black Label Hidden Fates Mewtwo GX. This is the only Black Label in my collection. Those that don't know, Beckett Black Labels, when a Beckett gets 10s in all 4 categories, they give it this Black Label, hence the name. And it is quite literally a perfect and flawless card to get the Beckett Black Label. So this is my Mewtwo GX from Hidden Fates. Only Black Label in my collection, but very, very special. I love this thing a ton. And just having a Black Label, it's prestigious. You know what I mean? It's very, very special there. So there is the only Black Label you'll actually see today. And last but not least for the Mewtwo's, there's a Shining Mewtwo First edition from Neo Destiny. I actually got the unlimited back in my PSA sub that I graded myself. I traded it and a Japanese split earth Umbreon that you guys may have seen fairly recently. I traded it off with that one to get the Shining Mewtwo first edition Beckett 9. This thing is for around 2K, I think. 9.5, 9.5, 9, and 9. Very strong 9 on the Mewtwo. Is literally, if either of these got a 9.5, the corners or the edges, it would have been bumped up to a 9.5. So very cool. Very, very clean, very strong 9 on that Shining Mewtwo. All right, let's be real. Literally, this entire pile coming up is Charizard. So get ready. If you are not a fan of Charizard, you're about to see a whole lot of them. So get ready. Fasten your seatbelts for the big boys. The Charizards coming out in the collection. We'll start off with this one. This is a pre-release from Vivid Voltage. Got a PSA 10. Nothing too special about this. Pulled it myself out of a pre-release kit. Flashfire Secret Rare. Got the gold border around it from Flashfire. This is a PSA 9. My buddy Kanto Shark. Shout out to my dude. One of my good friends in this hobby. Go follow Kanto Shark. He actually sold this to me for a steal, and that's actually kind of what started our friendship, was me buying this card from him, and then we just got to talking. So shout out to him for that. Next up, a Dark Charizard PSA 9 that I paid way too much for during the spike. This thing has gone down pretty hard since I got it, so I definitely overpaid for this, but it's a PSA 9 Dark Charizard. It's actually a strong 9 despite being a older label. It's the only old label I think I have in my collection. I like the newer ones much better. For those that you don't know, we'll show the next card. It's a Shiny Charizard VMAX Japanese. This is the old versus the new label. You can kind of see the difference there. The new also have the QR code on the back that you can scan, get straight to the pop report. So Dark Charizard and Shiny Charizard VMAX. I still need to get this in a 10 English. I've just been putting it off because I've been on my vintage kicks, as most of my kicks are. But definitely very cool there. Shiny Charizard VMAX. I actually pulled that one myself, so that's pretty special. Next up, we have Blaine's Charizard. This often gets paired a lot with Dark Charizard. Again, another one that I kind of paid too much for during the spike, but here we are. Blaine's Charizard Mint 9. I still need first edition of both this and the Dark, so those are still on the list. Speaking of things I overpaid for, Charizard V PSA 10. The pop report on this is absolutely terrifying, and I will never get my money back on this card because there's so many of them out there. This is the dead center of the Pokemon hype spike in 2020. It was obviously Champion's Path, and here we go. Charizard V Shiny Gem Mint 10. All right, this is Supreme Victors. Just check out the holo on these, man. There's a what is this, G level X from Supreme Victors. There is a swirl, it's hard to see on camera. There is a swirl going on in his flame, which is a perfectly placed swirl. Very cool. Love this card. Love the style of these level X cards. Very underrated and undervalued. If you want some level X cards, I suggest you grabbing them because they will go up eventually. All right. Next up is actually some modern stuff. We have the Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions. Fun fact, I bought this for $100 in I want to say March or April of last year. I bought this thing for $100. It's tripled in value, and I still think it's undervalued. Evolutions is obviously on the up and up, and well, it's kind of settled now, but it was, so I still think this thing's undervalued. There's the rarest card in Evolutions, and it's dirt cheap in a PSA 10 still. All right. Got a couple of these. There's a Rainbow PSA 8 and a Rainbow PSA 9 from Burning Shadows. I pulled this one and graded it myself. I bought this one. This is a Pack Fresh 8. The dude literally, you can see the price on it if you want to buy this. It's for sale. It was for sale at Collecticon. Still has the sticker on it. I need to get that off there. There we go. No sticky stuff left. There we go. So yeah, PSA 8. If you want this, asking $450. Come get it. A couple rainbows though. Hardest modern Charizard to pull, arguably, but not really arguably. All right, here's the gold Reshiram and Charizard PSA 10 from Tag Team All-Stars. Same as the Mewtwo and Mew. And to go with that, we have the Rainbow PSA 10. So I graded this one myself. This one I bought. Incredible cards. Said I really like the gold because it's exclusive to Japan. You can't get it. But I also like the flame pattern kind of going on in the texture of the rainbow. So Charizard right there. I actually sold my ultra rare 10. I have today at Collecticon. I have the Full art at PSA currently. Here is a EX Dragon Charizard, secret rare from EX Dragon, PSA 9. Sorry, I am very tired after this weekend. I don't like this art that much. This is very, you love it or hate it. I don't really love it at all, but it is one that I need on the list. I'm trying to get every Charizard, every Mewtwo, the major ones in the slab. So we had to pick that one up. All right, here we go. Let's do this one. Show this one first. This is a Beckett 10 Charizard and GX. This card's special because this card actually was it kicked off my channel a little bit. This was the first card that I ever graded, or first big card I ever pulled on my channel. If you go watch that video, the quality is awful. This is when I very first started, but this was the first big card I ever pulled on the channel. So this thing's sentimental. Not my favorite Charizard art, but it's sentimental to me because it was the first one I ever pulled on the channel. All right, next up, Stormfront PSA 9. I graded this one myself. I bought it off eBay for $60. It's now worth over $1,000, so that's pretty sweet. This was the first big purchase I ever made with Pokemon. It was a raw $60 card, and I felt like I was just really spending a ton of money to buy a single card, and it's kind of, this card actually kind of started everything for me, so that's pretty cool. Graded it myself. Guy 9 bought off eBay. All right, so this is a CP6 Anniversary Zard. Very cool swirl. This was Japanese Evolutions first edition. This is a PSA 10, obviously just another base set reprint art. Obviously this is a base set reprint art as well. You'll see a lot of base set arts in this video. A couple special cards, obviously, the channel. This was the first ever Hidden Fate Zard I pulled. I've pulled 4 of them on the channel. I own 5. I've sold off 2 of them now. So I am left with these 2, and there's still 1 more at PSA. So, but these are what I'm left with. Charizard GX, first one I ever pulled myself, graded 10. And then obviously the Beckett 10, I wanted to have this one in both. Very special card to the channel, one of my favorite cards of all time, even though it's, everyone loves this card. It's very kind of mainstream, I guess, if you will, but I love this card so much. It'll forever be very special to the channel, the chase and everything that went into this, and then, having in both PSA and Beckett 10 is super cool. Love this card to death, always will. All right, we're finally starting to narrow down the stack here. This is a Gold Star Charizard PSA 7. I got this from Kanto Shark as well, my buddy Jared. I actually finally talked him into selling me one. I really want to upgrade this to like a Beckett 8.5. I think that's the best value for the Gold Star Zard you can get right now on the market, is the Beckett 8.5 as far as price and just overall value goes. If you need a strong 8.5, I think that is kind of the way to go if you don't want to spend the money for the 9 or the 10. So I would like to upgrade this to an 8.5 at some point. But incredible art, iconic art. Probably the most sought after and iconic Gold Star, not the rarest. You got Rayquaza and Espeon and Umbreon that are rarer than this, but probably the most iconic Gold Star by far because it's Charizard. It is what it is. Love this card. Really want to up it to an 8.5. All right, we're getting down to the very end here. It's really funny, the next 4 cards. All right, base set 8.5, nothing too special here, just regular base set. Got this at the first ever Collecticon from Charizard Chief on Instagram and eBay. 8.5, gave you a really good deal on it. I am sorry I'm yawning, guys, I'm so exhausted. 8.5, 8.599, so pretty strong 8.5 base set Charizard. I had a 9 and a 7 that I graded myself, sold both of those, bought this Beckett 8.5, so kind of made it in the middle. All right, going up the base set tree, we have a Shadowless 8, another purchase from Kanto Shark. Jared, you have broke me if you're watching this video. What's cool about this is just look at the color difference. You can kind of see the Shadowless versus the base set. I do have a very dark Shadowless, but there you can kind of see the difference, and we'll go ahead and go to the next one. This is you would think this would be last, but it's really not. This is the first edition base PSA 5. So here are the 3 big boys from the original base set: Base Unlimited, Shadowless, and first edition. So you can kind of see the color differences here between the 3. We've shown this in a video before, just how much darker this Shadowless is. It's kind of crazy. But order of value, this one, then this one. Shadowless and first edition are obviously where it's at. This one being by far the most expensive, the most iconic Pokemon card ever made. Right here is the first edition. I would love to up this someday, but right now we are very happy with quite literally the cleanest 5 I've ever seen in my entire life. It's kind of ridiculous how clean this 5 is, but very happy. I just love being able to say I have a first edition Zard. Pretty insane. So there are the 3 gems, the grails, I guess, if you will, of the Zards. We have 2 cards left. I am so sorry I keep yawning. That's awful. Awful YouTube. Don't take advice from me. These are the 2 biggest cards in my collection. Up next, the last 2 cards here. This is the Legendary Collection 9.5 Reverse Holo Zard. I graded this myself, got it. This card, I've told this story several times, but this card was literally sitting in a Legendary Collection box, unsleeved, in someone's basement. Michelle is the girl that actually bought this from. In her basement, unsleeved, inside a Legendary Collection box for roughly, almost 20 years, like 18, 19 years. This came out in 2002. Kind of insane. She found it. I bought it off of her. It graded Beckett 9.5, which is absolutely insane. This card is very special to me. It's really hard. It'll be really hard for me to ever in my life let this thing go. But very, very special since I graded it myself. Super cool. Love the art. I love the Legendary Collection Reverse Holo. So it's very hard for me to decide between my 2 favorite cards in my collection. So this might be the most valuable card in my collection, is this one right here. But I have to give my favorite card in my collection. This is actually the big reveal of this. I got this at Collecticon yesterday, the day before recording this. Is a Crystal Charizard Beckett 9. I had a PSA 7. I actually sold it to help fund this. I sold a lot of stuff to help fund this thing. A whole lot of stuff. Yeah, so here's the big reveal of this guy. You got a giant, almost swirl kind of going on here. Like, it's trying, see that big swirl? It's like not super closed off, but you can kind of see it right there. Super, super cool. This art is, there's nothing better to me personally than this art right here. The holo goes all the way through the crystal body, stuff like that. Oh, just look at it, man. There's nothing more special than this art to me. Like, this is my favorite art, favorite Charizard, favorite card ever printed right here is this Crystal Charizard from Skyridge, my favorite set of all time. The back's clean. The corners are what got this, the 9. You can kind of see on the subgrades, we got 9.5, 9, 9, and 8.5 on the edges. So yeah, edges, not corners. Kind of along the edges here. You can kind of see a little bit of whitening. I guess they counted that as the edge, not the corner. They counted this as the edge, not the corner. So, edge spot right there. So that's what, but overall, it's very clean. If you just look at it from the back, very, very clean. Surface got a nice 9, so really no scratches on the holo, which is what I was looking for. I got this from Kinley at the Pokemon Network. Go follow them on Instagram and join their Facebook group. But man, this thing. So, surprise is the big reveal of this. If you follow me on Instagram or if you're in my Discord, you already saw it. And everything, but man, this thing is my favorite card. This is my favorite card ever printed. I was able to upgrade my 7 to a 9, so I'm very, very excited about this. Just this is my personal holy grail. Is if this was a 10, but it's a 9 is what I'm able to afford and stuff. So this is my holy grail in my collection, my favorite card in my collection. So very cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, seeing some really cool cards, some really iconic cards, man. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a long time. I could never find the right time. So here are probably the 3 biggest cards in my collection right here. Probably these 3 for sure. Like, no doubt. These are the 3 biggest and most expensive are these 3. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been wanting to make this for a long time. Just haven't found the time. We will update this video eventually because, like I said, this is always changing. Always, always, always. So as we get more subs back, as we make more deals, trades, sales, all that stuff, we'll update this periodically. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all these crazy cards. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. If you like seeing this stuff, let me know. And we'll keep pumping out these type of videos. Maybe I'll do a top 10 favorite cards in my collection. So we'll rank all these. You obviously know probably my top 3 right here. Well, maybe we'll rank them, the top 10, top 15, something like that one day. If you want to see that, let me know. But until then, thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. Join the Discord, link in the description below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.